Okay, we're live. Um, Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. It is a little chilly in the studio today, so if you hear me doing this, it's because I'm trying to warm my hands up. So today we're gonna do a lick from the book. So the 2-5 Tuesday book, I put a link in the chat section, and there's a link below if you're watching this after the live session. But we're gonna do lick number 24. It's a short 2-5, and I'm also gonna show you something fun to do on the metronome, just to help improve your time, and to help, yeah, mostly to help improve your time, and then something fun to do, something different to do with the metronome if you're bored of metronome stuff. So, good morning, Tracy. Thanks for always showing up, man. It's really cool that you continue to check these out. So, if you missed it, I'm doing like number 24 today. Put that in the chat next door. And like I said, the book is available. It's a donation-based book, so feel free to, download it if you want it, donate if you want. If you can't afford it, just take it for free and enjoy the book and let me know how you like it. So, I'm gonna play the lick today, with the metronome, and I'm gonna play it with and show you a couple of different things you can do with the metronome. So I'm just gonna play it at 50, and that's gonna be 50 quarter note, and I'll play it slow 3 times so you can try to transcribe it by ear, and then um, I'm going to then I'll play it with those metronome games I was talking about. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second. All right, so let me grab my horn. Eh, Sorry, I need to warm up a little bit. Like I said, it's cold in here. So here's the lick. Here's the line. So this is at 50, nice and slow. I'm gonna play it 3 times all the way through. This is quarter note. So here we go. Uh. All right, let me move this down just a touch. There we go. One more time. Okay. Now I'm gonna play it with the metronome. Keep it the same tempo at 50. I think I just moved it up to 52 on accident. So at 50, and then I'm gonna go ahead and play it 50. It's gonna be on 1 and 3 now. Metronome's on 1 and 3. Same line. 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. Ready? All right, that was a little off. Let me play it again. Okay, so that was 1 and 3. That'll speed you up. So I start with quarter notes and usually just play really even, try to make it as even as possible, hitting each beat, and really just trying to nail it. And when you do it really slow like that, you can hear whether or not you're just a little ahead or a little behind the beat. Typically, we're rushing. I'm rushing. You're maybe rushing, but that's what we want to fight. We don't want to rush. And then the last version of it is just keeping the metronome on 1. So this is 1, 1, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So now you got to subdivide a little bit more. You have to feel the majority of the beats that are missing. Here we go. I'm still on 1 and 3. Here we go. So I was late. Closer. Sing it. Baba doobie da bee da boo de. I'm missing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. So I'm a little late. It's baba doobie doobie dabo doobo do. Here it is. There it is. Little late on that one. So I'm not going to sit here and practice in front of you guys, but that's something fun to do with the metronome. And what that's doing is we're doing the lick. All right. So we got the lick. I'm going to break that down in a second here. But to talk about the metronome game or timing things, and obviously I'm I need to warm up more here, but we need to own some of the beat in our soul, in our body, in our head, whatever you want to, however you want to feel it. But you need to feel the beat on your own more than relying on this thing. So the first way was each beat. All right, so it's got given us 4 beats. That's the easiest. The next way, we're taking away 2 of those. So now we have to be accountable for 2 of the beats that it's missing. And then the last way, it's only given us 1 beat. So we have to be accountable for 3 of the beats. So we need to feel those 3 beats. And it's getting faster. So it's not as easy, right? Because you gotta technically be able to play the line. I can technically play this line fast, but if it's not in rhythm, what does that matter? It's not going to sound good anyways if it's out of rhythm and out of time. Who cares if you're playing the best stuff going, it's not going to matter because it's rhythmically it's not there, it's not happening. So let's break this line down. So I'm playing in this in B flat concert, and we're starting on the 3 of the 2 chord. So, and I'm just going 3, 5, 7, 9. And you've seen me, or if you're part of these, you've heard me play this kind of starting line. I think you've heard a lot of people, not just me, play this type of language over the 2 chord, which is a really nice way to play language. So I'm just going up the 2 chords, starting on the 3. Right? And then I'm resolving down a half step. So that half step, when I resolve down to that half step to the 5 chord, that's actually the flat 13. And so you're going to hear this familiar sound that I've played before, this flat 13 and flat 9 sound. So I'm going to go flat 13, then I'm going to jump up to the 3 of the 5 chord, right? So that's kind of very tension right there. A lot of tension. And then um we're going to go down to that flat 9. So we get this sound. Right? So we're getting that sound. And then we're just going back down to the flat 13. So and that tension is going to release on the 3 of the 1 chord. So right? So, and then we're just ending with a nice 3 1 3 1 5 4 3. I can't sing that low. So 3 1 5 4 3. Right? So that's the ending, which is a classic ending. Really nice actually language to have for major language or for dominant language, or really that could be played over a lot of different chords. But if you think of that over major or dominant, like maybe say a blues, or the end of a line like playing on any standard usually ends in major, that's ending in major I should say. It's a really nice way to resolve your line. So yeah, so we have the full line. Let me play the full line again. I'm gonna play it nice and slow. Right? So really nice, just voice leading in there. You're getting different tensions. On the 5 chord, you're getting that flat 13, and you're getting that flat 9 sound, which is kind of that half whole diminished sound, if you want to think of it that way. However you want to think of it, I just think of it as sounds and tensions and releases. I'm not like thinking, oh, what what half whole diminished is that? I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking more about the sound that are coming out, like intention, and then how do I resolve that? Um, and don't stop there. So that's all eighth notes. That can be boring. Um, I'm not saying I'm writing the most profound stuff here, but as this is more of a catalyst to help you jump off into something of your own. So make that your own language. Maybe you don't play all the notes. Maybe you change the rhythms. And I'm a big proponent of this, changing the rhythms, changing the notes a little bit. So I'm going to keep all the same notes, but I will change the rhythm here. So I'm going to play more of an eighth note eighth rest to an eighth note, and then a eighth note triplet line at the beginning, and it changes the whole outline of the line. So here's the line normally. Now here's line with a different rhythm, right? So that's the difference in that is going to be the rhythm, right? And we can change the rhythm even more and maybe take some notes away. Uh, right, just end there. Right, changing the end rhythm and the beginning rhythm. Hey, Fabrizio. I hope I said your name right. It looks Italian, and that's a beautiful name. Uh, so, how you doing? If you have any questions, anybody out there have any questions, please feel free to ask away. And if you're watching this on replay, feel free to ask a question in the comments section, and I will get to it next week or answer it in the comment section. So, Italian, yeah, I'm Italian as well. I'm not from Italy, but my family is from Italy. So sounds like you might even be from Italy, which is really cool. If you're tuning in from Italy, that's awesome. Um, so yeah, so let's review. So we went over the lick, went over the line, and then we went over a quick metronome game, which is maybe keeping the metronome on all four beats, 1, 2, 3, 4 quarter notes. Then let's put it on 1 and 3 to take 2 beats away, and then just put it on 1. And then you can change it too. You can put it on just 4. You can put it on an accent, excuse me, on an and. You can put it on an upbeat. You could do a lot of crazy stuff with a metronome. I didn't want to take too much time doing it. Maybe I'll do a video on it and go from there. But yeah, there's a lot of really fun stuff you can do with the metronome to change up your usual, 2 and 4 stuff or whatever you're doing with the metronome. If you're not practicing with the metronome, you should start and do it at some points. I do think that playing without a metronome is also important for your development. So you don't always have to have it on. Um, but yeah, that's it for today. I'll play the line one more time. Maybe I'll play it with a couple of different variations, and then we'll call it a day. Right on. All right, so here's the line. All right, here's a line with a different rhythm. All right, maybe different notes. Maybe change it up a little bit. Here we go. All right, totally different. Right, change it up just a little bit more. Right, I just totally changed the line, but I used almost all the same notes. That was a completely different line, but pretty much all the same notes. Right. I don't know. I should write that for the next book, maybe. So, yeah. So totally different lines that you can create of this. Like I said, the book is available. It's free if you can't afford it. It's a donation based book, but just yeah, just this is all these lines are more of a catalyst to try to get your creativity going and think of your own lines and what you're hearing, because that's really the most important thing about this. If these lines create some kind of something in your head that you're like, oh, I could do this instead of what Chris did, then awesome. Do what I don't do. Make it better. Make it yours. And that's really, really important. So making it yours is going to help it stick more, and it's also going to show your personality and your creativity. Right. This is the way that I hear things and the way that I play. But it doesn't have to be the way that you play. It's just a jumping off point. So cool. I hope you guys got a lot today. This was fun. It's always fun. Week number 7. This is pretty cool. Let's see how many more weeks we can get in a row. But thank you all for showing up as always. Thank you for the continued support. I'm always appreciative. And yeah, just remember, always positive, always progressing. Later.